welcome back. Our guest for tonight is Dr. Hanan Al. She's the owner and co-founder of Royal Britannia Education Group, which is RBK. Hello and welcome to our show for tonight, Doctor.
Hello. Good evening. How are you?
First of all, I'd like to ask you more about the vision of RBK.
RBK, Royal Britannia Kindergarten, is a newly established kindergarten that started early this year. It's a kindergarten that is a little bit out of the box. It allows children to be involved in creative education, innovative education, and it involves curriculum that has been structured by the United Kingdom because we run the English National Curriculum.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about this curriculum, since it's very unique?
It's unique in a way that maybe it's the first of its kind in Kuwait, but it's not unique to the United Kingdom, naturally. It's the EYFS, so it stands for the early years foundation stage curriculum. So it's taken from the primary and it's modernized and modified to reach children's age groups of 3 months through to 5 years. And it's the standard that we use in our school, matches the standard that the students who are studying the same curriculum back in the United Kingdom. So when the student leaves us as a kindergarten age group, they're able to completely bridge and go into a standard primary schools seamlessly.
Very interesting, and I'm sure every parent wants that to happen.
Definitely.
Especially when their kids are very young and they just want them to absorb everything and learn everything very quickly as well. Can you tell me more about the accreditation?
The accreditation of the school is, it's all the activities, the curriculum, the staffing is all measured by standards. And as you know, we're in a world of everything is measured by standards. So the curriculum that we have is measured by Ofsted, which is the body that accredits curriculum through the UK, and we utilize the same curriculum. But we also have other activities in the school. We have like gardening through our hydroponics. We have gymnastics through our
very
gymnastics
nice.
indoor center.
This is not something you'd actually hear very frequently or very commonly here in Kuwait.
No, it's not.
Yes.
We have 19 activity centers within the Royal Britannia Kindergarten, and we're allowing children to learn through play, but through structured play. So when we talk about indoor play, we don't have your regular swings and seesaws. We actually have a full-fledged gymnastics auditorium of where children learn how to utilize all of their body and motor skills in a correct fashion, and which is also accredited, picking up your point earlier, and it's through the National Gymnastics of the United Kingdom. They get levels, they get certificates, they get merits on progressing as they go through to each stage. We have ballet, we have jazzercise, we have a beautiful suite of music, all instruments that the children would learn to play. Of course, predominantly percussion and string are the interest factors for the children at that age, but we teach all of them from violin because I think it's an age group where children learn through listening, learn through play, learn through copying other children's good habits and other adults around them.
Very interesting, because you put those classes, it sounds so fun. It's like fun activities, but at the same time they're learning a lot.
Yes.
How do you feel this would build later on their skills and even develop their character as well?
Well, RBK is creating, it's actually creativity through education and innovation. So we're actually allowing children to create and innovate, and learning through play. It's like taking an adult to say, this is vocational skills that you learn with your academic studies. And right now, in a world that is changing and evolving as it is today, it's not only what is important that comes out of a book, theoretical, you really need to have the hands-on. And by teaching children the hands-on mechanisms and the tools and giving them those tools at such a young age, they're more confident as they grow older, utilizing them in their careers as they choose in the future. So we're actually running the national curriculum, which is STEM, so science, technology, engineering and maths. We've incorporated the A in the middle, making it STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts and maths.
Wow.
So it's a whole little global environment.
This is a new twist.
Within, yes, and it's really preparing children of today, the youth of today, for the tomorrows of
Very
what's out
interesting. And what sort of students are you looking for?
Well, to be honestly, children of Kuwait are very welcome to join Royal Britannia Kindergarten. Children who want to learn, children who want to create, children who want to have fun, just children. And we'd also like to invite their parents into the schools to get involved in the activities of the children, because we don't feel that by isolating, you know, you have some schools, they have certain theories like, thank you very much, you can go home, mummy and daddy, or go to your work, and leave the child with us. We actually love to have the parents on site. We get them involved in activities with them. We have like dress-up days where the parent, like we had one who was a fireman, he would come in dressed in his fireman clothes, and he brought some of his colleagues and the, you know, the truck, and the kids just absolutely fascinated. And the child whose parent is that fireman just gets, it's like my daddy.
So proud.
And yes, and gets to understand the role that that person serves in the community and how important it is, and understand the dangers of fire. So you're teaching the child multi sort of skills and elements of the curriculum about being a fireman, and that is just by one activity. Can you imagine how many thematic units we have running through a whole academic year, and every child and their parent being part of it? It makes it a more interesting and involving environment for the child to be in.
Truly, and at that young age, I think the children need their parents around, even if it's at school or at home as well. This brings me to the next question. When it comes to the parents, what sort of role do they have to do, like afterwards, like for when they're at home with their kids? What sort of things do they have to follow up?
I think it's very important for the parent to be involved by asking questions. This also allows the child to also ask questions. It gives the child the opportunity to think through the question that he's been asked by his mum and dad, and formulate the sentence, you know, correctly. So when you say, well, how was your day? I remember the time when I was asked that, it was fine. So what did you do? Lots of things. You know, whereas if he was involved in lots of activities, if I give you just one example, we had like a set of twins. They were learning the element of sour. So we were teaching lemon and letter L and yellow. It all came part of the thematic unit. So when the child went home and the parent asked him, so well, how was your day today? That's saying, oh, lemon, sour, you know, and all of those elements. So by actually asking the question and getting the child to think things through, the mom and dad are really helping the child to be confident to speak English, because it is an English medium school, to look at words in their mind that best suits the best answer. And it's important also, if I can just reiterate, reading. We do send reading books home with the children. So it's important that when they go to bed, after they've had their bath time and they're with their mum and dad, is the mum and dad sits them there and reads a story with them. So those type of things that the parent can do does help us at the school. I mean, so it is a triangle, isn't it? That
Yes,
we all have
definitely.
to be working together for the betterment of this young investment that they've put in our charge.
Yes, you just said like they have this small homework where they have to start reading and reading more at home. What sort of other like homework can you give them, or assignments to do?
Well, we don't actually have, you know, like homework and a task that says, you know, these are like the guidelines you have to follow, take it home and follow and bring it back tomorrow. What we'd like is we do share with our parents the curriculum, so they know exactly week by week what we're doing with the children. So we would encourage, if we were talking about, say, like I'll use the same example, the lemon, I'd like for the mom at home to make a dish with like chicken with lemon, or salad and squeeze some lemon, and get the child at home to sort of cut the lemon and squeeze it, and understand that the juices of the lemon, where the lemons come from. So trying, you know, sort of what we do at school is also carried at home. So that's what we're looking at, is that blend of getting mom and dad more involved in the curriculum.
Very interesting, and it's a very fun way as well to educate them.
Yeah.
And now September, it's just coming around the corner, and it's back to school. Can you tell me what you've got prepared for the activities for this coming
Oh my God,
year?
so many. It's so exciting, actually. Well, first we're welcoming our new staff, who our staff are from the United Kingdom, and they're British qualified teachers, and from a number of you know, countries, from Commonwealth countries that study with the national curriculum, so they're very familiar. So first thing we're doing is welcoming them on board. And the activities they're preparing in their classrooms are working on the different thematic units. So the activity centres are set up: art, craft, music, gymnastics. so many beautiful. The hydroponics is now up and functional. So we're getting all the plant pots ready. So the kids will all have their own plant pots and they can name their plant pots. So the other day we were having a little conversation with the gentleman who was working with us in our hydroponics, and he says, I'm going to be calling this particular plant seedy, you know what I mean, or little leafy. And so we're going to get the children involved in growing their own plants on site. So that's a major activity as part of our curriculum. We're going to talk about recycling, lean and green. Our sports centre is, we've got a wall climbing unit in there, so we're just finishing off that today. And the kids, we've got a beautiful fencing strip as well, so I think the shipment is arriving. So it's all happening, all the different activities.
Very exciting, and there's so many things
with
to
the Olympics, just
yes.
you know, it's going to be very familiar for the children coming after. You know, after the summer holidays and having watched the Olympics, the kids are going to get involved in all these sports, and they see it on TV. They're going to see the fencing, they're going to see the gymnastics,
definitely,
the
and you're getting them involved.
Yes,
We're going to cut to a really short break and come back.
That's